Happy New Year! Hey guys, my name is Miranda and welcome to my universe. In celebration of the new year, I am going to be doing a New Year's book haul and book unhaul. Let's just get right into it. I'm gonna first start with the books I'm getting rid of. So right away, I'm getting rid of my least favorite book of 2018. It's The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon. So I'm never gonna read it again. I'm never gonna pick it up. I really don't like having this on my shelf. So I'm just gonna get rid of it because maybe there's someone out there who would enjoy it. The next book I'm getting rid of is another one that was actually on my least favorites list, and that is The Escape by Hannah Jane. This is just another one of those books where it's like, I already read it. I don't think I'm going to read it again. Why do I need to keep it? You know what I mean? The next book I'm getting rid of is Abandon by someone I don't remember, Blake Crouch. My mom and I actually tried to read this book together, and I think we got to like chapter 8 or 9, and we just kind of stopped reading it. I'm never going to end up starting to read it again, so what's the point? This is another book that was on my least favorites list, and that is Lying About Last Summer by Sue Wallman. I'm getting rid of this book simply because I know I'm not going to read it again. It wasn't for me. I'm just gonna get rid of it. The next book I'm donating is a book that's very, very different. I haven't read this in forever. The Familiars by Adam J. Epstein and Andrew Jacobson. This is the first book in a series, I'm pretty sure, but I never finished reading the series because I read this when I was like 12 or 13. It's not what I was expecting, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm never gonna read it again. There you go. The next book I'm getting rid of is When We Wake by Karen Healy. This is actually one that I have not read yet. It's about this girl who actually gets experimented on or something like that, and she doesn't wake up until 100 years later. So it seems really, really cool. Kind of reminds me of that one movie that came out. I forget what it's called. I would love to read it, but the thing is, I have so many other books that interest me way more, so I just don't think I'm gonna get around to reading it. The next book I'm unhauling is Self-Incrimination by Randy Singer. This is a book I actually tried to read like last year or maybe the year before. I got maybe a quarter of the way through. It was just so slow. I didn't really care about the characters. I don't think I'm ever going to read it. The next book I am getting rid of is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Now, I have not read this series. I'm not getting rid of it because I don't think I'm gonna read it. I'm actually getting rid of it because I got the boxed set for Christmas. I'm just getting rid of this copy because I already have a copy, so I have two different copies of the same book. The next book is the same exact situation as A Court of Mist and Fury, and that is Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. This is the second book in the Shadow and Bone trilogy, which I also got for Christmas. So I'm just getting rid of this copy because I already have copies of it. So, you know. The next two books are books that I read before, and I just don't think I'm gonna read them again, and that is the first two books in the White Rabbit Chronicles. I just don't think that they need to sit on my shelf and take up space, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. The next two books I'm getting rid of are the first and third book in a series, and that is Ruby Red and Emerald Green by Kirsten Gier. This actually originally was written in German, and so this is the translated version, and I heard it's not very good translated. I don't want to spend my time reading a series that I'm just mildly interested when I could be spending time reading a series I really, really want to read. The next two books I'm getting rid of, all of these are like a part of a series now. The Young World and the New Order, both by Chris Weitz. These are the first two books in the Young World trilogy, and I finished this whole book. It was actually pretty good. Then I picked up the second book and I read like 2-3 chapters, and I just wasn't interested in it at all. I didn't want to finish it. I felt like I didn't need to. I didn't care about the characters enough, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. All right, so the last two that I'm getting rid of are actually book series. So the first book series I'm getting rid of is the 100 Cupboards trilogy by N.D. Wilson. Okay, I actually really, really enjoyed this trilogy a lot. It's very, very cute and very, very unique. Then this third book has a misprint in it. I couldn't end up finishing it. I just know that I'm not going to read this trilogy again, so I'm just going to donate it. And the last books I'm getting rid of, the Shiver trilogy by Maggie Stiefvater. I read it like 2 months ago, and I still don't know how I feel about it because the first book was trash, the second book was great, and then the last book is just kind of like in between. It's one of those series where you read it and you're like, okay, like it didn't change my life. None of these books that I'm getting rid of changed my life. So I just don't think I need to keep them around when they're just going to be a burden and just going to take up space. All right, so that was all of the books that I am unhauling. Now it's time to talk about the books that are going to take their places on my shelves. The first book I got for Christmas is The Stranger Things Worlds Turned Upside Down. This is the behind the scenes companion. So it talks all about the actors, the actresses, the different scenes. I think I'm going to read this book closer to when season 3 comes out, so I'm like preparing myself and getting myself ready, but I'm really excited for this. The next book I got for Christmas is Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer, and I have been waiting for this book for so long. Well, actually technically just a month. Basically is a world of superheroes and supervillains, so I'm really excited to get back into this world. The next books are right here. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by J.K. Rowling. These covers are so pretty and I love them so much. I know a lot of people have said like the writing is interesting because it is the script to the movies, but I'm still excited nonetheless. Next book I got for Christmas is A Map of Days by Ransom Riggs. This is the 4th book to the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series, a series that I die-hard love. I actually honestly don't remember anything that happened in the previous books. So hey, Spark Notes! The next books I got for Christmas are actually a box set, and that is the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. This is actually the series I am currently reading right now. I have not finished it yet, but I'm really excited to. It's so good. The world is kind of boggling my mind. I really honestly don't know how to explain it to you. It's all about magic, and there's 3 different kinds of magic. It's set in this Grisha universe that Leigh Bardugo has made. I really like it a lot. The next series I got for Christmas is also a box set, and that is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I'm so excited. I have not ever read any of Sarah J. Maas's books, but like I always see people talking about it like all the time. The next book I got for Christmas is Furyborn by Claire Legrand. This is a book I bought for myself using a gift card. Don't you just love those? I honestly have to let you know right now that I know absolutely nothing about this book. This is one of those books where I bought on a whim. It's one of those like hype books. So I'm hoping y'all don't let me down. I hope this is pretty good. The next book is another book I got using the same gift card, and that is One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. I've honestly always wanted to get this book. Ever since it first came out and I saw it at Costco, I thought to myself, wow, that would be a great book to have, but I just never got it. I finally up and got a copy, and I'm really excited. It's basically a twist on The Breakfast Club where one of them ends up getting murdered and they have to figure out who did it. So I'm really excited. It's been a long time since I read a mystery book, so I'm hoping to get into this real soon. And the last book, save the best for last, you know what I mean, is The Divine Comedy by Dante. My cousin generously gave this book to me, so thank you, Jared. Thank you. This is beautiful. I can't wait to read it actually. He totally hyped me up about it. I'll have to like really dedicate a lot of time to this though, to really absorb everything and think about it. If you don't know what The Divine Comedy is about, look it up, you know, just look it up. But yes, I thought he was kidding when he handed me this, but then he was like, no, Miranda, I'm actually giving it to you, so. Great. And that is it for my... Well, that reminded me that I have candles to talk about. Very recently, I found this candle company, and it is called Novelly Yours. I got the Lunar Chronicles candles, so I have Cress, Winter, Cinder, and then there's Scarlet over there, and then I got a Herondale one. Herondale! Now I have my book boyfriend's last name in a candle. Fight me, I dare you. If you love books and you love fresh smelling candles, you should totally check Novelly Yours out. I will leave the link to the website down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you all. Please be safe, make good choices, and I will see you next time. Woo!